I did this to help a client increase his credit score by 100 points in 7 days because of a collection. Hey guys, I'm Christian. I've been in the mortgage industry since 2001, and I've carried every position up to being an owner. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you can do if you have a collection that's causing you some trouble. First off, let me tell you his story. So he had all of his payments for the most part were on time, but about 6 months ago, he had an old debt that became a collection, and it just caused the credit score to drop. Collections can be a huge part of the credit score, especially if they're recent. Now, a lot of times people think that what they need to do is go ahead and pay the collection. So what happens when you pay the collection is it can actually cause the credit score to drop. Weird, right? But here's what happens. On a collection, it goes based on the time since the collection was filed, not really whether or not the debt was satisfied. You may think that you're doing the right thing by paying it off and satisfying the debt, and that may show you're a better credit risk, but it actually works against you. So if you pay off that collection, it will cause the score to drop. So in this particular case, if he were to pay it, instead of having a collection that's 6 months old, once he paid it, it would look like there's a new collection, even though now it would show paid. That would cause a huge issue. So here's what we did. First off, you have to realize the collection companies, they just want money. They will call and call and call and hound you just to get money. And you have to realize that what it is that you want. You want the collection to not be there. They want the collection paid. You want the collection to not be there. So we can negotiate so that both of us get what we want. Keep in mind, a collections company is not going to do anything for you if they don't feel like they have to. If they think there's any chance that they're going to get that money from you and not have to do anything for it, besides call you, they're not going to do anything. So you have to make sure that when you're working with them and you're negotiating, you will only pay it if they agree to remove it. If they won't agree to remove it, it's probably not going to really help you at all. And in fact, like I said, if you paid it, it'll drop the credit score. So we had this client call the collection company, and he had to get transferred around a few times. Typically, the first level of the employees can't do much for you. So you had to get transferred to a couple of managers and said, look, I know you want your money and I don't agree with it. I will pay it, but you have to remove the collection. I'll only pay it if you remove the collection. That manager said, okay, fine. We'll go ahead. We'll remove the collection. Please pay it. So he went ahead and paid it. Now, I will say that we've had several clients that have done this, and so far, every single person that has done this where the creditor agreed to remove it, they have done it. Because sometimes we have clients say, hey, how do I know they're really going to remove it if they say they do? Well, so far, everyone has. We haven't had an issue like that. Now, before you have your credit repulled, what you'll want to do is monitor your credit yourself. So there's plenty of apps out there that you can pull your credit for free, but you'll want to keep an eye on that yourself and watch for when it's removed. We've typically seen it in about 3 to 5 days or so. When you talk to the creditor, they're going to say 30 to 45 days. That's just kind of the standard answer so that you're not hounding them every few days. But what we see it is once they actually send the deletion to the credit bureaus, they send that letter stating, please delete this collection, it goes through relatively quickly. Now, there's a couple of hurdles that you're going to have. Number one, we've had some collection companies say, it's illegal for us to remove a collection. Credit bureaus take direction from the creditors, okay? So whatever the creditors say, the credit bureau will do. Hey, this person paid on time, great. Hey, this person paid late. This person's in collection. This person's not in collection. Whatever the creditor tells the credit bureau, that's how they're going to report it. So there isn't a law saying that the creditor can't tell the credit bureau something. Whatever they send over, the credit bureau will just comply with whatever they're wanting, okay? So sometimes this is a tactic used for the collection company to try to avoid doing whatever they need to do in order to get money, right? They just want to get your money. They don't want to do anything. So make sure you're negotiating to have that removed and using a credit monitoring app in order to watch and make sure that it is removed. And once you confirm that it's removed, you can repull credit and it will be as if it were never there. So for this particular client, it was a 100-point increase pretty quickly. Now when we look at his new credit report, it looks like all the payment history is clean. There's never been any collection on there. Everything's great. We can move forward on that. So thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.